Hi, I'm Ayla, and I'm very happy to welcome you to the Pine Ridge TV coverage of the junior boys soccer match. Today, the boys go up against the Uxbridge Tigers. I'm here with our play-by-play announcer, Steven, and myself, our commentator. We will track the plays and join you to make today's game more complete with our insight and analysis. Last home game, the boys fought off Bowmanville, who at the time were first place in the division. It was a tough battle, ending with a 1-0 win for our Pumas. I want to thank you for watching today. Special thanks to our principal, Miss Monk, for her wonderful support, and Miss Miles Berry, head of phys ed, and the boys' coach, Mr. Craig. Please be sure to watch our credits and give a shout out to friends who helped make this recording possible. Let Coach Craig and the boys know too that you saw the match. Now it's game time. Take it away, Stephen and myself.
Thank you very much, Ayla. Yes, it is a beautiful, beautiful sunny day here in Pickering, Ontario. We are here to give you live coverage of the junior boys game. The Pine Ridge Pumas going up against the Uxbridge Tigers. Now, Pine Ridge are currently 5th in the league. Last game was against Anderson. And it unfortunately resulted in a 5-0 loss. But like what Ayla said, the most recent home game was against Bowmanville with a 1-0 victory, a goal by Farouk Akinboye in the beginning of the second half to break the deadlock. Now we are just about to initiate the game. Each players are just warming up. There are only a few games left in the season, so each game counts. Each team is hopefully wondering if they'll be able to make the playoffs this year. However, with both teams, it is looking bright. Pumas have maintained their consistency over the last few weeks. However, they hope to make this consistency apparent. Now, this is our first time having any sort of commentary for any sports game. Special thanks goes out to Mr. Archer for making all of this possible. Now, Ayla, what do you think so far? How are you feeling so far as your first time doing any form of commentary? How do you feel?
I'm a little nervous, but I'm also excited. It's giving me anxiety, but good anxiety.
That's great to hear. Great to hear. Now, as the beginning of the junior game is about to take place any minute now, we are currently seeing the senior boys exiting the pitch after a wonderful, wonderful game against Uxbridge's senior side. And in that game, funnily enough, was a hat trick by Milan Joni. Second game of the league, was absent in the first few matches due to an illness. But that hasn't let his form go to waste. He scored 3 goals in this game and provided an excellent, excellent match to lead the Pine Ridge Pumas further on in the league. Now, if you're looking for coverage of the Pumas' most recent games, so far, besides the loss to Anderson, Bowmanville High School was the most recent home game, as previously mentioned, a 1-0 victory. Now, before that, the Pumas played against Ajax on September the 24th, was also a 1-0 victory. Now, Ajax High School was part of the southern part of the town. Now, on September 22nd, of that week, they lost to Bowmanville, funnily enough, 3-1 at the Ajax Community Center. Just close of the Ajax High School, only a few minutes away. Now, the Pine Ridge's only goal scorer in that game was Tyson Ramdeen, a late goal to clinch the victory. Now, 2 days before that, Pine Ridge took on Henry Street in an unfortunate 4-1 defeat. Now, Henry Street were once top of the table, but Anderson defeated them 3-0 at their home ground in Northern Whitby. This was on that Wednesday. Now, Pine Ridge's only goal scorer in that match was the goal scorer of the most recent match, Farouk Akinboy, in the first half. Unfortunately, they were unable to keep the lead. However, now, just last week, funnily enough, Henry Street was playing against the current visitors of the Pumas field, Uxbridge.
Why did you get into play-by-play, Steven? Like, are you a drama person, or do you like this more?
That's a great question, actually. Now, I'm very grateful that I had parents who raised me with, the ability to build this confidence, and so I was always able to, project and whatnot. But after doing recent announcements and other similar jobs, I was given the honor to do play-by-play, and so far it has been an absolutely phenomenal job. I get to be around amazing people doing amazing things. Now, Ayla, this is your first time doing any form of commentary. Why did you choose to do such a job?
I chose to do commentary because I like speaking. I'm a very talky person, and it seems fun, and so I decided to choose it, and I got it.
Excellent, excellent. Now we are just a few minutes away from the game commencing. Each captain is solely doing a coin toss to determine who will maintain possession and on what side.
He's right there for a reason. And the walkie-talkie covers the distance if you need it. I don't want you in there. Josh, I don't want you in there. Sorry. You know what? Don't be sorry. This is too high. This is mostly for camera 3, right? Come back here. Okay, Josh. Come back over here. Eventually you need to listen to this. You guys recording or no? Camera 3, you're too tight.
Now Uxbridge will be getting kickoff. And it's live. Seems like Pine Ridge is beginning with a very high press, unlike anything we've seen before in recent games. Let's see if it'll work here. Playing from the back. So far, a lot of communication in this game, which is very rare, actually, funnily enough. You don't get many high school teams nowadays, focusing so much on communication, but despite its absence, it is an extremely, extremely pivotal asset for any team, regardless of skill or league. Now it's Pine Ridge on the left wing, hoping to make any form of chance. And it's a foul, which will go to the Tigers. Taking it short. Back to the taker. And the Pumas drive forward. And just a heavy touch. And it's 1-0! Absolutely amazing finish. just outside the box. Cool as you like. So far, less than 5 minutes into the match, and Fawaz Awan has already put himself on the score sheet. Now, Tigers are hoping to bounce back after that. Let's see if it'll pay off. Tigers are moving on the opposite wing. First time in the match so far. And Fawaz Awan is looking for another. Driving forward. Throw in for Uxbridge. Ayla, what did you think of that goal? Less than 5 minutes into the game, and it was a very nice one as well. Thoughts?
It was really impressive. I was surprised.
Now, it should be no surprise that number 11, Fawaz Awan, is very much a pivotal asset in this team. Excellent midfielder, fantastic vision, great free kicks, according to his coach. Now, the only liability about him is that he tends to forget bringing in his jersey. Now, unfortunately, this isn't a rare occurrence either. This has happened more than once, and it has not paid off. Right back there, Ashton looking to drive back, and it's lost it. And it's the captain, Abdullah Kabir. And it's a wonderful, wonderful opportunity, and it's 2! Fawaz with a brace in less than 10 minutes. Absolutely astonishing. The Tigers are yet to drive the ball into the Pumas' box. And so far, they have been struggling and struggling, yet it's only been less than 10 minutes. Uxbridge playing from the back. Very effective strategy used in many managers in big European leagues. Of course, Manchester City with Pep Guardiola, Arsenal with Mikel Arteta. Now let's see if it'll pay off, because so far, Uxbridge have already conceded 2 in the first half. And it's Ashton with an attempt at a clearance, and it's a throw-in. Ashton to take the throw. It's Kabir, and it's a foul.
We're 16 minutes in now.
16 minutes? Okay.
It's going to be a drop ball after unintentional collision with the referee. It's Ashton on the right-hand side. Attempts to switch it. Uxbridge driving forward, but not without backlash. And it's a shot, and it's wide. Now it's the first shot of the game for the Tigers, and it is wide. Now, will that continue to be the case? We shall soon find out. It's Fawaz with a brace already in this game. And it's off. Now it seems like the Pumas are continuously moving forward with those counterattacks. Now it is a very, very, very dangerous strategy as whoever's trying to receive the other end of the pass can find himself offside, which proves to be the case in this instant. And it's Kieran Grant who unfortunately lets it go. Another throw for Uxbridge. Now, Ayla, what do you think of Uxbridge so far? I know it's only been around 10 minutes, maybe 15, but so far they seem to want to drive forward, but unfortunately nothing's been working in their favor so far. What do you think, at least?
I think they're doing well. I just think they're struggling a bit, but people struggle, and that's what happens.
Now, one person not struggling here is Fawaz, and he drives forward. And it's another shot! And it's just wide of the net.
We'll switch camera now. There's an issue with it.
A short goal kick there. And it's straight into the feet of Fawaz. Beats his man. But unfortunately doesn't let the ball off its mark. Goes down. But it's a goal kick for Uxbridge. It's Ashton, who unfortunately loses it. And it's an attempt at a counter. But just like their rivals Pine Ridge here, it proves to be ineffective. And it's a throw-in for Uxbridge. It's a header from Yamakayum. And it's a counter. And it's just wide. Now, in between the sticks today is Ethan Olson. Now, he has joined the team just a little bit more recently than the previous goalkeeper, who is Abdul Chaudhry. Now, if it's due to illness or due to injury, we're not sure. But so far, he has proven himself to be a very pivotal asset for the Pumas. And it's a foul. And the ref being very stern to the opponent. Seems like it's a continuous talking to by the ref. Now, we're unsure what's happening here, but nonetheless, it will be a free kick for the Pumas. Now, what do you think, Ayla? Do you think that this should have been a carded foul, or do you think that the ref was being fair and not allowing the defender to receive a card there?
I think the ref was being fair. The player that got knocked down didn't seem too hurt when they got back up, so I'd say this seems fair.
And it's another shot, and it'll be another goal kick for Uxbridge. Now, so far, Uxbridge have simply been bombarded with shots, although it only being the first half. Now, Uxbridge have got to get their rhythm together, or else it's going to be a long day for the Tigers. It seems like no matter what they do, they are just unable to find a clear-cut opportunity. There goes another one. Now, I've asked you before on what your thoughts were on Uxbridge, but so far, what do you think of the Pumas, Ayla?
I think the Pumas are doing great. This isn't some bias because they come from my school. I just think they're generally doing pretty good with the scores, with the shots have been taken, and gotten 2 goals within 10 minutes.
Another drive forward. Here's Fawaz. And it's a throw-in for Uxbridge. Around 5 throw-ins in about 5 minutes. And it's Kabir going for the shot, but the ball lands directly into the arms of the Uxbridge keeper. And it's a good clearance from Fazan Khan there. And it's Ashton to clear the ball. Ashton to clear it. And it's a foul. In for the cross. And they have scored. And it's 2-1 now. Now, is this the sign of a comeback? Now, so far, the morale has been dwindling for the Tigers. But after that, do you think that the energy there will increase? Do you think that they will find themselves a way to come back into this game, Ayla?
Yes, I do, in fact. Their kicks are very impressive, so I think they could make a good comeback here.
It's driven forward by Fawaz. Seems like pinball now. And it's Ashton to let the ball go out for an Uxbridge throw-in.
Switch back.
10 minutes have gone by in the first half. And each team with a lot to show for it.
Switch. Switch. No, it was still really good. It was good because we got the ball running. Should we switch? Out again, what? No, it has to go past the yellow line. Switch? Yeah, switch. Yeah, now they're running. Switch? Switch. Switch.
And it's 3 for the Pumas.
My apologies for anything.
Despite them conceding just 5 minutes ago, their form has not shot down. And so far, number 4, Farouk Akinboy, that is his first of the game.
Keep it like that. Okay, switch back. Once we get more angles, it's really so good. Yeah, it's a lot better, but you have to explain what you
Minute 30 left until it change. Where's the director?
Hi.
Minute 30 left until it change.
It's Pine Ridge on the left wing. And it's Farouk with a through ball. Looking to cross the Pumas. Or to cut in fact. Going for the shot. And it's safe hands for the keeper. It's Ashton. It's a good opportunity for Uxbridge. And it's 3-2. Unlucky there from the defense and from the goalkeeper. You heard the man there. Mr. Gregg is looking to make himself a substitution. 2, in fact. Now it'll be Yama Kayum and Ashton Dick to leave the field. It'll be Pine Ridge to restart the game. And it's another counter for Uxbridge, and it's just wide. What a miss. That could have altered the goal difference by 0. That would have been Uxbridge tied once again with the Pumas for the second time in the game so far.
Do we turn it on yet or no? pause it when
So be
it's
happy about the
halftime?
score. We're winning 3-1. Do we know who scored the goal?
Yeah,
two
I
from
don't.
Fawaz, one from.
There we go.
Make sure you give them the credits,
Oh yeah.
and then we'll go to
He's
cameras.
zooming with. That's okay. Don't worry.
It'll be a throw-in for Uxbridge. Quite the common occurrence so far in the first half.
Both cameras are on around the same angle. Up angle wise.
It's another counter opportunity.
Is that camera on?
Camera's not on. Keep it on.
We need it on. Yeah, leave it on.
Until we get possession.
Now, despite Uxbridge playing from the back, they seem to also be clearing the ball, but in very, very specific areas. They seem to be pressing low, yes, but the attackers are moving quite forward. They seem to have a lot of pace on themselves. And that's how they've been able to score those two recent goals, just by counterattacks. And it's Siddiqui who, unfortunately, doesn't allow the clearance to go by and remains near the box of the Pumas. And it's Grant was unable to hold on to the ball despite there being a couple opportunities there. But it's a wonderful piece of defense there from Tyson. And it's Farouk driving forward. This is Farouk Akinboye. Goes in for the shot. And it's unfortunate there.
We caught the foul though.
He's not getting up immediately. Comment on that, dude.
He injured his knee. He injured his knee.
Seems like he's was down, but will he continue? That's the question. And he will. That was quite a nasty challenge, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Interrupt him if you need to.
It's a free kick for the Tigers. But it ends up in the same spot as prior to the set piece in the box of the Tigers themselves.
Tell them to move the cameras in.
Throw in by Grant. Another one that will also be taken by Grant, it appears. Game seems to be interrupted, but by what?
Oh, my bad, my bad.
It'll be a throw-in regardless.
I told him to stop zooming in and zooming out so much. Keep it loose so he doesn't have to.
And it's Akinboye!
When we have 3 or 4, but right now it's
It's 20 minutes into the game so far, and there's been a lot of action from both sides. Now, after what you've seen with the recent result, what do you think the final score will be, Ayla?
I think the final score will be pretty close. I think, mm, I would say about maybe 5 or 6 to 3 or 4.
That's actually a really good prediction. And it's Siddiqui to return the ball. A lot of tightness in that area. And still Uxbridge on the edge of the box.
We are approaching 40 minutes.
And it's Fawaz. Driving forward. He finds a great ball. But it's hit a tad too heavy. But it doesn't seem like their progress will falter, as it's still the Pumas on this left-hand side. And it's Kabir cutting in, and it's blocked. And it's another counter. Goes for the shot. And it's in.
Is it 2-2 now?
It's 3-2. 3-2.
Okay. Oh, it's tied? Oh, 3-3. Announce that then.
And it's 3-3 at around the end of the first half. It actually fits the description of both teams very well. Very neck and neck with two different playing styles, but they have both seemed to be pulling each other's legs, it seems, as they have continued to capitalize and capitalize.
I'm directing the Where was what the hell? I feel like there should be someone at like
And it's Siddiqui to make the pass. And it's Fazan. And it's Kabir with an excellent challenge. And it seems like it's going to be Ayan Iqbal. And it's Farouk in the box. Takes the shot, and it's just wide.
sitting here is audio guy. If you sit here, you're being audio.
If you're sitting here, you're going to work the audio.
Oh, Michaela. Once we're done, can I call my mom on the phone?
And that is the end of the first half. Evenly matched, evenly scored, as both teams have been able to capitalize 3 times. Now, so far, it seems like the result could be anything at this point. They seem to be both evenly matched, but this can go in any way. What do you think, Ayla, so far?
I do think this could go any way. Both teams are doing great right now. They're neck and neck.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, as the end of the first half, I would like to thank Mr. Archer and all of the wonderful staff here at the Pine Ridge Pumas for making this event possible. It couldn't have been done without any of these wonderful people. And we'll be back in 2 minutes, as it is Pine Ridge 3, Uxbridge 3.
Did the mic randomly just turn on? Was it always on? It was always on. It was just low volume.
Okay.
Ready, camera 1, take.
We are about to resume play very shortly. But so far, it seems like very little of a contest, as the Pumas are seeming to absolutely run the show so far. Now, is this another case of the commentator's curse? I'm not sure. And it's Awan once again. And he's onside. I stand corrected. It is off.
Make sound effects.
Free kick for Uxbridge. And finds itself in the same place as last time. It's Ramdeen to clear it. And it's Ashton to send it back into the box, really. Because so far, Uxbridge have had 12 or 13 throw-ins so far. This is murky waters here for the Pumas. And it's a shot, but unfortunately, deflects upon its own teammate. And it's Fawaza 1 again, who beats his man. And it's a foul. It'll be Ramdeen to take this. And it's Saeed, who's onside, tries the shot, but is unfortunately unable to time it.
You could hear his like little noise he made when he realized it wouldn't go in. Like, ah!
And it's Rahman, who tries to get a touch on the ball, but is unsuccessful. It's Uxbridge here on the left wing. And it's a free kick for Uxbridge. Quite the unusual call, don't you think?
Yep.
Now, if this were anyone like Awan for the Pumas or Qayyum, this would have been a very dangerous spot. However, unsure if this will be an indirect free kick or if this will go, at least an attempt, into the box. And it's wide. Each team will be applying their own substitution.
Technically, the ball is in play after the catch it, theoretically speaking.
Tyson to take the short goal kick. And he's onside. What, like the fourth time I've called an offside call onside? Just off my mark here. And it's Miyazi. And it's Saeed, who drives forward and he beats his man, but a heavy touch just puts him on the receiving end of a tackle there. And it's Kabir, beats his man, driving forward. This is Abdullah Kabir!
6-3? Is it 6-3? 7-3?
absolutely amazing there from the captain. What a great show of aggression there.
Now the score is 7-3. It went from 6 to 7, so we are really happy with that.
I'm speechless from that, folks. Speechless. And it's a great tackle there. And it's quite the clearance there, but it's very far off the mark. Now the Pumas' most recent goal scorer, number 14, Abdullah Kabir, has just been subbed off. Abdullah Kabir, absolutely phenomenal player, leader of man, really. Played mostly as a central midfielder, and it's quite the important role here on the pitch. He's been able to orchestrate the tempo like a conductor, really. He's been absolutely phenomenal, for the Pumas.
They're running around like brave chickens trying to nibble on their glory.
That would have been another offside there from Saeed. Now, with the benefit of hindsight, that was actually a good block there from Uxbridge. And it's a shot there. Could this be 8? Yes, it is!
The keeper there had a good effort and tried to keep it away.
Yes, he did. But unfortunately, it just was short of a well-established save. But it is now 8. 8 for the Pumas. And it's Saeed with the ball. Tries the Trivella. Reaches the corridor of uncertainty. And it's a goal kick. It seems like the Pumas are basically playing with 5 at the back. They're trying to maintain this absolutely rampant goal-scoring show from losing its mark. And it's Saeed. And it's Isaac. And it's Miyazi. Great, excellent show of showmanship, but it's just offside by Kazi Rahman. Now, according to his coach, number 21, Kazi Rahman is solid in the mid. He's a good hustler and a team player. And it's a fantastic run there. They could put in the cross here. And it lands in the arms of the Uxbridge keeper.
I get to watch. Oh yeah, 30 minutes coming up in a second. 30 minutes. We're at the 30 minutes mark.
How long are we gonna run your team? Out of the 10 down here as far as you're capable. We're gonna shoot you from number 1. Number 1.
Relax. Oh, I can change the loudness.
And that marks the end of another superb game there from the Pumas.
Oh, that's game? I had no idea it was when, should I get the
It has been a rampant goal fest here in Pickering, Ontario. And the Pumas run away with the lead. 8 goals so far scored. I say so far, but as it's the end of the match.
do we stop it?
That was an absolutely phenomenal game from the Pumas. We'll be right back to take a couple of interviews with the Pumas' own players. Now we are here with Pine Ridge's 2 goal scorers, Habib Saeed and Abdullah Kabir. Now I will first interview you, and you can pass the mic on to the captain. Now, how did you feel when each other's goals went in? What was the initial reaction that you guys felt?
It was a pretty fun game. They played really well. I felt, I guess, happy because it's a pretty easy game though, but like, still happy.
Yeah, it was our players' first goal, so they were really happy. So it was a really good match. Yeah, thank you.
Did you ever feel like the game was going to be such a simple toss-up? I mean, the score definitely aligns with that. 8 goals scored for you guys and only 3 for the Tigers. Now, did you ever feel like this was such an easy game?
We were told from the beginning that this was going to be an easy game, so we weren't stressing that much. It was a bit concerning when they kind of brought it back and made it 3-3, but we picked it up and got another 5.
Yeah, the first half was pretty tough. Yeah, we made it on the second half. Yeah, thanks.
And that'll be all. Thank you very much, Mr. Saeed and Mr. Kabir. You guys played absolutely phenomenal.